perform perfectly, perfectionism, or get approval from others, approval addiction. All neurotic thoughts, all neurotic behavior is rooted in those two evils. I must be perfect, or I'm inadequate, and I must receive approval from them, or I'm inadequate. And that desire to be perfect and get approval, performance and approval, can eat away at childhood. It eats away at adulthood. But when we can train our children why people are mean, it's not necessarily you, bro. Here's why they're mean. They're just trying to be funny. Or they're hurt by you. Or they're trying to psychologically dominate you. Conflict, that's what I call aggression, is an opportunity to build resilience. That's how I have to look at it. And some people say, well, technically, didn't the bullying experts say bullying is not conflict? In fact, this is what the bullying experts and the teachers say. They say bullying is an imbalance of power. Therefore, it cannot be a conflict because conflict suggests an equal power. In my opinion, hogwash. What is bullying? It's not peace, love, harmony. It's a conflict. It's a problem. It's conflicting someone. The reason why they try to say it's not a conflict is because they're trying to criminalize this word called bully or bullying. You know there's no foreign language equivalent to the word bully? No other language on planet Earth has a word for bully. I have a video that has 200 million views. It's been translated in 20 different languages, and it's hilarious to see other languages try to translate, because it's called How to Stop a Bully. And some people say how to stop a molestor. How to stop an intimidator. I'm like, y'all don't even know what you're talking about. But we don't know what bully is. America's geeked about it. Mexicans are confused about it. And so you know what they do? They use our English word bully in their Spanish speaking. Hola, señor, ¿cómo está? Bully? And they're like, oh, hold up, what's bully? You mean mata, street thug, killer? No, bully. I got to go to some sort of American training to learn what bully is. If other countries have never saw a need for the word, do we need it? It was invented in 1560 as a Middle Dutch term and originally meant love. It takes you 15 seconds to research and find this out. I didn't spend hours and hours. I did actually, but you don't have to. I bully you is how people would say affectionately, I love you. Come meet my bullies. All that matters in life is how I interact with my bullies and my bullies interact with me. I bully you, we bully you. Teddy Roosevelt, our president in the 1900s, said, bully pulpit. That's what the White House is, a bully pulpit. Now when Trump's in there, right, we're like, yeah, exactly, it's a bully pulpit. No. What bully pulpit means is not mean words on Twitter. It means the greatest platform to do the most good. Bully meant good in school 100 years ago. Bully for you is what kids would say. That was like the cool thing to say. Bully for you. Oh, that's bully. That was like the cool thing to say. Oh, that's good. And today it means enemy. Person I don't know how to stop. I find that ironic. Our modern problem of bully or bullying can be solved in the origins of the term love your enemy, do good. Hold up, this sounds like church. Well, maybe wise people have been saying the same thing for thousands of years. Maybe Aristotle was right when he says, one thing government can never do is make its people moral. We can't make people nice. People are going to be mean. It's in their nature. They're going to be aggressive. That's just the way it is. And so if we could teach people the golden rule or how to deal with difficult people, don't treat them the way they treat you, but treat them the way you want to be treated. Not as an enemy to an enemy, but a friend to an enemy. Not being friends with your enemy, but be friendly to your enemy. When I stop reciprocating meanness, I see why you're being mean. I know how to respond to you. I'm going to treat you the way I would want to be treated. I'm going to stop this behavior. I'm not going to demonize you and call you a bully. I'm going to use my skills. And that's all the golden rule is. It's the first social and emotional learning skill ever invented. Treat others, that's social. How you want to be treated, that's emotional. And today we're saying social emotional is the future for children. What's been around, what's the first social emotional skill? The golden rule. So what I'm teaching you today is in harmony with the golden rule. I don't care what religion you come from, or even if you're an atheist, it doesn't even matter. All of us can get around that idea. And instead of being mean to mean people, which is what we're doing with bully or bullying psychology, pseudo-psychology. There's not a single discipline in psychology that supports modern bullying psychology. You know what all schools of psychology teach? All schools of psychology teach, you know what client, the one suffering, the one that feels victimized, I'm your psychologist. I'm going to work with you. I can't change the world around you, bro. But I can show you how you're contributing to your own suffering and how to maybe respond to the people or the circumstances that are causing you so much suffering and pain right now. I'm going to teach you how you can change your thinking so you're not so wounded by words. That's what psychology is supposed to be teaching. That's what the whole purpose of this wonderful social-related science is. I'm going to help you stop suffering, not by changing the world around you, but by empowering you to not needlessly suffer. The best discipline of psychology, the best school of science, that science is cognitive therapies. As I think, then I feel. If I think, that's the worst thing you can ever say to me, then when you say that to me, I have all the emotional manifestations of my thoughts. But if I think, man, I know what you're trying to do. I know exactly what you're trying to do. Then I protect my heart. I protect my emotions. One of the greatest proverbs of all is, above all else, guard your heart, for out of the heart flows all the issues of life. And when I see a teenager having issues, walking around school bitter, upset with a bad attitude, like he's been soaking in pickle juice for a whole year, I say, that person hasn't protected their heart. How do I protect their heart? How does a counselor protect their heart? How do we mend their emotions? How does a parent shepherd the heart of a child? By changing their thoughts. Helping them understand why someone is mean and how to stop it. Why they're having a bad day and how to rethink it. The battle's in the mind. So as you look at these three categories, understand that this sets kids free. Maybe the kids are trying to be funny. Maybe they're laughing. Maybe they're hurting. Maybe they're trying to psychologically dominate. And when you can simplify aggression in these three categories, you're going to be able to spot exactly why something, this squabble, has gotten out of hand and how to solve it. Now, I recognize that a lot of kids suffer, so like the worst thing you can do is try to reason with a manic child. You just don't understand, okay? You just don't understand. It's like nobody, it's like nobody, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't know what you're saying. Okay? Calm the heck down. Alright? It's not that bad for golly. Like, you can't lecture and reason with a manic child. The greatest state of learning, in my opinion, is laughter. It's a spoonful of sugar that helps the medicine go down. Which is why I created a game called Squabbles. You can download it for free. Does that sound good? Go to brooksgibbslibrary.com. It's a long URL because I don't want people to find it. Only schools that bring me out get this stuff. It'll be released next month at squabbles.com, but don't pay for it there. Get it for free at brooksgibbslibrary.com. That's a little folder system. You just click on Squabbles. There's a little folder there. It's going to help you. So, let's play the game. I need a victim. Volunteer. I'm sorry, I got that wrong. What was I thinking? I need volunteers. So, okay, come on down. Give her a big round of applause. Here she comes. All right, come over here. All right, what's your name?
Erin.
Everyone say, what's up, Erin? What's up, Erin? We're going to play a game called Make It, Take It.
Okay.
Remember what we said in the quiz earlier? You said you want your child to know that they're not perfect, they have flaws, and they need to learn to take and make a joke about their flaws. Do you remember that question? That's a resilience question. And when it comes to humor, the first category of aggression, this is actually the #1 reason why we have so many problems on campus. I asked teachers and students, which one out of all 3 categories are the one that you guys really struggle with? Everyone says, by far, #1, people don't have a good developed sense of humor. They either take their jokes too far, or they're so hypersensitive they can't take a joke. Okay? So I'm going to demonstrate, and this is what you do with your child. You take the game called Make It, Take It, and this is what you say. In this game, you're going to roast me, okay? You can make fun of my high forehead, my pointy nose, my ugly clothes, or whatever else makes you unique. And you say, you can make fun. Don't worry about hurting my feelings. It's just a game, okay? And I understand that all jokes are insults. There's no such thing as a funny compliment. Hey, you're a really good friend. That's not funny. It's only insults that are funny. If you study humor, someone has to be the butt of the joke, okay? Get off your high horse if you think, I just don't think anyone should make jokes about anybody else. Yeah, right. I see you watching those fails. And that 5-year-old is trying to hit that piñata, but he hits his dad in the groin. And you're scrubbing backwards the video to watch it over and sharing it, you sick person, watching other people suffer. You have no clue about humor. The things that make you laugh are at somebody's expense. Now, we don't want overly serious children. They become psychopaths. Not really, that was too far. But that was a joke. See, I used an extreme exaggeration to make my point, and you laugh. Someone is the butt of the joke. In that case, it was psychopaths. So, I'll tell you what, when you make fun of me, like you say something about my high forehead or my ugliness or whatever, I'm going to try to make fun of me better than you could make fun of me. So the best joke wins. You say something mean about me, I'm going to say something mean about myself. So obviously, if she's the child, she's not going to be wounded by this game, is she? Because I'm the target. All right, ready? On the count of 3, everyone say action. 1, 2, 3.
Action. You're speaking and you're dressed like this. It's like not that professional.
This is, I get paid like surgeons. That's how much money I make.
Maybe you should bring it a little bit better because it's kind of underwhelming.
Are you serious?
I'm pretty serious. You're not so serious, but I'm pretty serious.
Yeah, I know. When you're a rock star, you can wear whatever you want.
Do you have a hit record? Because I don't think you make that much money, so there's that. But, you know.
That's a good one. You're so hilarious. You should be a comedian. Yeah. Do you need money? Is that what you're asking?
I don't know. I heard your mom needed money.
Oh, it's about my mama. Yes, she does, actually. She does need money, so. Which is why we're here. Can you have a heart?
Not very good at being me. I'm trying really hard.
Here's what's very interesting. Give her a big round of applause. She did good. This always happens. So, when I'm funnier than the person who's trying to be funny, they feel like they're losing, and I'm making a take and a joke about myself, which kind of takes away the fun a little bit out of it. If I was getting upset, notice how I did? I kind of went like that for y'all. I got upset a little bit, I kind of raised my aggression a little bit, and she was getting really good, and y'all were enjoying it, you sick people. But then I fell into my own self-effacing humor, and it took away her thunder. And that's what happens when we can teach our children how to take and make a joke about themselves. Oh, what's that? You think I'm fat? Yeah, I don't have to wear a sweater in the winter. It's awesome! I'm like a human crock pot. Come get a warm hug. When we can equip our kids with comebacks, they'll be less likely to be wounded by words that are insulting. Now, which time was it? Well, we only played once, and we will only play once in this particular game. When I was making fun of myself, did you feel like I was treating you like a friend, or was I treating you like an enemy?
I think that you were trying to disarm me. You were not becoming aggressive with me. You didn't rise to the bait. So I think that you're treating me as if we were friendly.
That's right. If you were trying to psychologically dominate me through humor, which is sort of a combination of both humor and the controlling aggression category, yeah, you would realize you're losing for sure. There's no way you can psychologically dominate with your jokes because I will make fun of my freckles better than anyone can, as my son would say. I already equipped him with a bunch of comebacks. Now, I was treating you like a friend because friends insult each other. Do you know this? All the time they make fun of each other. That's like one way of showing affection. Your mama's so fat she sat on Skittles and popped out a rainbow. Your daddy's so dumb he died of starvation in a grocery store. They so cross the line of appropriateness to make each other laugh. That's what friends do. Enemies do insult each other. Friends laugh with each other. So when I make fun of myself, and I might even throw a joke and make fun of you too a little bit, I'll look for your reaction, making sure that you don't think I'm being like an enemy to you, but that we're having a friendly banter. Give her a big round of applause. She did good. The second card, we're not going to do it here, but the second card in this particular game is when we flip it. I look at the child and I say, if you're up for it, let's play the game again, but this time let's switch roles. What about you can I make fun of? I'm not going to just start making fun of my child, right? As my dad would say, that'd blow over like a fart in church.